Yeah, he made us all, yo. Yeah, God made us all, yo. God made me and you. Sing, children.
Though we all have
Yeah.
a different story,
Come on.
God made me and you.
Me and you, yo.
God made me and you.
For our joy, yeah.
For our joy and for His glory.
For His glory.
God made me and you.
Me and you, yep.
God made me and you.
Yeah.
What up, fam? It's your boy Norm, and this is a special episode of the Evangelical Norm, another book review. We are going to talk about Shai Linne's book, God Made Me and You. It just came. I got it a couple of days ago. It's a good book. It's perfect for just issues that we're dealing with right now, bullying and racial stuff and all the things that are going on. It's a really good book. It's a kid's book, if you hadn't guessed. Comes off of the book or the song that we just heard part of from the Jesus Kids album, God Made Me and You. So this is cool. I'm going to just say go get this book. If you got kids, it's a little wordy for my 2-year-old. She makes it through about half, and then she kind of loses interest. She's used to smaller stuff. I mean, it's a lot of good stuff in here. Let me just read a little bit of it. Let's find a good spot. But the crown jewel of the work of his hand are those made in his image, both woman and man. And just as two snowflakes are never the same, each person is different, unique in their frame. God made us all, each kind and each sort. He made some people tall and some people short. He gave some curly hair while others have straight. It pleased God to fashion each wonderful trait. Brown eyes and green eyes, hazel and blue, each in their own way works of art we can view. Some that are deaf and some that are blind, all have great worth in God's sovereign design. So, I mean, it's a lot more of that. One thing, if you're a Shai Linne fan and you read it just silently to yourself, you're going to do exactly what we all do with like Morgan Freeman stuff and Samuel L. Jackson. You are going to hear Shai Linne's voice in your head while you read this stuff. So it's good. I don't know what else I can say about it. It's celebrating God's design for ethnic diversity. It's coming out at a perfect time where we really need to deal with this stuff. We need to deal with bullying in schools. We need to deal with our racial issues. We need to and not ignore the fact that they're there, but again, understanding that there's one race. There's only one race. It's human beings. We are all made in God's image, and God made us diverse. I think of off of Kurt Allen's album #C4, "Don't Be Colorblind." God made us this way. God made each one of us different for His glory. He made black people black and Latino people light brown, Asians, their skin color, I hate to say yellow because it's really not yellow, and so on. So God made us like that for His purpose, for His glory, for we can appreciate the beauty that God has given us in the colors of the rainbow and so on. So we need to understand that. We need to understand where it is we're coming from. And this book does a really good job of explaining to kids exactly why God made us, each one. And then, of course, the song, for our joy and for His glory, God made me and you. Though we all have a different story, God made me and you. So, this is a really good book. This is probably going to be the shortest video I've done. Because it's a short book, but it's good, good content. So Shai Linne did a great job. Not that we would have any doubt. He's got album upon album of phenomenal there's that word again. I use that word way too much, right? But it works. But he has album after album of great songs, lyrical theology, all the things that he does. I mean, there was no doubt that he was going to be able to put together a really good kids album and a kids book. I mean, from all the way back, I remember Penelope Judd on the Stories album, and from there on. By the way, my daughter really loves Shai Linne's son at the end of Jesus Kids. So I hope it's a son. I don't know if it's a boy or girl. I did the same thing with Chris Jones on the Mano album. I just assumed it was a little boy, but it's his little girl. And so go out and get this book, guys. Again, I can't beat the drum enough. If we want to keep continuing to get good, solid material like this to help teach our kids, to help inform ourselves, to help form our own theology and worldview, we need to keep supporting these guys. You know, don't just, find a PDF or whatever, don't just stream their albums. Don't just go buy them. Spend a little money. I mean, we spend money on anything else we can think of, coffee and, whatnot. I mean, 2 coffees will pay for this book. 2 days of making coffee at home. But go buy some Wrath and Grace coffee from Wrath and Grace. Get some of their coffee and make it at home. Save 2 days away from Starbucks or whatever coffee shop you go to, and save up some money to buy this book and this album. This is a really good album. I love the books of the Bible because I know what books are there, but I can never remember the order that they're in. And today, driving home, I was bumping through songs and hit the instrumental and was surprised at how many of them I remember. I still get all goofed up in the minor prophets of who comes before who and so on. I'll get it. But, it's good stuff. Jesus Kids is a great song. My daughter loves that, and she's learning it, and she knows parts of it. So yeah, take some time, go get this book, read it to your kids, support Shai Linne and the stuff that he's doing. I'll put the link to his website in the description, and lamp mode is going away, so Shai is working on a new label and so on. So all of his stuff is available. I believe it's ShaiLinnemusic.com. They had some issues, I guess, with the website, but pick it up and check it out. Again, this is a really good book. I'm gonna move it over here because the other picture is there, and why am I showing both the picture and the book when I got it right here? So here, there we go. There we go. Who needs pictures, right? So, guys, I can't, again, I got to stress it. We got to support our brothers who are artists, who are trying to make that their living, to share lyrical theology and good theology in books and so on with us. So again, go hit up your favorite music site, Bandcamp, Wrath and Grace, Shai Linne Music. Support your favorite artist. Buy Shai Linne's book. Your kids will love it. Probably 3 and over are going to really benefit from it. I mean, all kids are going to benefit from it. My daughter benefits from it. She remembers the few little bits that we read before she loses interest in it. But as we go, she gets a little better and more willing to sit and look at the pictures and learn the words and stuff. So go pick up a really good book. Support Shai Linne's music. Support Christian hip-hop across the board. Support those guys that are kind of shying away from the title Christian hip-hop, but are still solid in their theology and pray for the guys that used to be solid in their theology and seem to be moving away. I'm not mentioning names, but you know who I'm talking about. So pray for those guys that they'll come back into a place where they will make Christ the center of their music again, and pray for the guys that are constantly, repping Christ in their music and glorifying God through their music. So I'm going to leave it at that. A little over 10 minutes for this book review. Again, God Made Me and You by Shai Linne, celebrating God's design for ethnic diversity. Go pick it up. I hope you enjoy it as much as I enjoyed it. It's a really good book. I give it like 8 stars, 3 thumbs up. However, we want to up to 11. It's good, helpful, and kids will love it. So until next time, as always, preach the gospel at all times. Use words. They're necessary. And until next time, Soli Deo Gloria.